The North Coast has a few hundred species of birds. Like the rivers themselves, there'd be birds attracted to the water, but there'd be others attracted because the trees are there and they provide a home for them.
The Lismore Soup Kitchen has been operating in Lismore for over 25 years. Our main thing is to provide a nourishing main meal for marginalised people in town. In 2009 we bought the Winsome Hotel so that we were able to continue to provide meals to up to 70 people a day, but also to provide accommodation for homeless men, and we have 18 rooms in the hotel.
A holiday. The holiday brought me to Australia, and I thought, oh well. And I come to Australia and I said to the girlfriend one night, we're sitting there, a great big fish tank, three stack fish tank, you know, side by side. And we were sitting there looking at the fish one night and having a few drinks. And I said, hey girl, you've got some relations in Australia, haven't you? She says, yeah, in Sutherlandshire. Oh yeah, right out. What do you reckon? She said, what are you up to, you old bastard? I said, why don't we go for bloody rock and roll? Have a look. But we knew bloody well we weren't going to bloody come back. So I just told everybody it was going on holiday.
And he met Mum, and they ran away during the war. And then after the war, he was just about, he had to work, because they were lorded over by the Poles and the Russians. People don't understand what lording over means. If you've seen Braveheart, it was like that, but worse. 11 million Ukrainians were killed during the war. 11 million, yeah. They were just waiting, they were in Trieste. This is a place in, I think, Yugoslavia. But it was on the ocean. And they were just waiting for a boat.
And I was a skipper of ships. Sailed the world 17 times in 33 years. I've been to many countries, met many people, met the good and bad and real bastards.
Once, Sean ate peanut butter sandwiches. No coffee. He was spoilt as a kid. Once, his stepmother said he had to eat everything on his plate. Then Sean got sick, and because he was spoilt, he had to eat his sick. Then he vomited again and had to eat that too. Spoilt you are, his stepmother said, clothes and food and everything. Once Sean went his bed at 10, she put a nappy around his head. So tight, I could not breathe. Then he got sent to school in a nappy, so spoilt, everyone said. Clothes on me back and bum, and food and everything. Then I went to sleep, and she whacked me, broke me fucking nose. Once I had no coffee, and I never knew that. Once is enough to break you.
See, a lot of birds nest in a way that makes them very hard to find. They're either camouflage or they nest in thick vegetation where they're just not that obvious. So the nests have to be hidden away from the predators, otherwise the young don't survive.
So the Winsome Hotel provides accommodation for men who are without a home. Now this is more than a boarding house, because when the guys move in here, we care about them, we care about where they've come from, encourage them to perhaps make that next step in their lives to be able to move on from here. So we definitely aren't a boarding house.
And then the old man, after he learnt how to build a house, he said goodbye. And he got a job then at Ford's, and he built the house with packing boxes. Then he laid bricks. And I remember mixing concrete in a wheelbarrow at the age of about 6.
Home to me has always been leaving here and going somewhere else. Has always been home to me. Home has always been nothing stable on earth. The stable home I think about is when you die, you leave here to go home. That's the home you work towards, and that's the home you help develop while you're here.
I'm manic in the kitchen. I always have been. I'm manic in the kitchen. Oh, you come in and you dirty up my bloody sink, man, I'll kick your ass. But when you're gone, you might think that you've got it clean. I've got different ideas. Because on stainless steel, I do not like seeing watermarks.
These days we use the former bar of the hotel as a coffee shop. We have baristas come every day to make lovely coffee, and we've got a piano in the bar, and it's just lovely to have people sit around drinking their coffee or indeed eating their lunch at lunchtime and having somebody play the piano. That just adds such a lovely atmosphere to the place. People who may not have a roof over their heads, in fact truly homeless, or be living somewhere without a piano, they've learnt the piano when they were young, and they just love coming in and be able to sit down and play the piano. I love to hear that, I love to see that.
Unlike humans, where we look after our children for all those years, that doesn't normally happen in the animal world, including the birds.
We've realised here at the Winsome that the community here are family to everybody that comes here. Many people have expressed to me, and particularly at Christmas time, that they don't have any family, and so this community is family to lots of people. So, of course, many people that come here have lost contact with their family, and so they don't have the support of family that all of us need at any time in our lives, I guess. So that's another reason why the Winsome community is very important, because they're able to offer that support that probably otherwise would come from their family.
I don't know. I want to die here. I'm 60, 65 this year. I'll be on the old age pension. And the doctor's saying, look, you're going to be on more for your life. There's nothing as easy as a pain.
So the last 3 years, I was re-educating myself in a normal situation, watching Neighbours and learning off that TV and stuff like that. Normal stuff that normal people do.
Free in March, and I can just do whatever I want. Because I'm 67 years old, I will be next month, and I just wonder. I mean, as long as the legs can keep me going, but the chassis is a bit bent at the present moment, but if they can keep me going, I'll just keep walking. So I do about 3 laps of the CBD every day. In and out the shops and have a look in and all the rest of that. I've got my little hotel room up, my little dog box up in the bloody hotel. I'm quite happy there. I burn incense all the time, and so I like the smell, it relaxes me. I'll go through, 5 boxes in a week. I think I'm getting soft in my old age, don't you believe it? I haven't been to a doctor for over 12 months.
Wisdom comes of age. Can't you see? I'm growing old stupidly. Be easy on yourself.
There's 3 choirs that meet here at the Winsome weekly. People just love to sing. Actually, the street choir in particular is an opportunity for people to write their story, And then that's then set to music, usually by Peter, and they sing what's gone on in their lives. And it's a very healing and a very moving thing to hear that happen.
I miss on the pick up what to do, though I've got bigger hips than you. Age is nothing, love is true. I'm growing old shakily. Be easy on yourself, let time pass. You learn from your mistakes, let past be past. I can use my walking frame or